Alright. I've noticed that my audio is a little weak. I'm going to try and move my mic closer. Hopefully that helps. Talk a little bit louder. I could plug in my other mic, but it works a little differently. This one's actually like a wireless USB headset, gaming headset. And the audio sucks, so I apologize. But setting up my other mic, I've been having audio problems here, just getting this working. I want to talk a little bit about what I'm working on. I have 0 viewers right now. I'm not sure if anyone out there is listening, but I want to make the best web framework in the world. I need a business. I need to start up. I'm a web developer. I'm a graphic designer, UI designer. I'm gonna make something sweet. So I've been on this website, Indie Hackers, and I'm trying to share what I'm working on here. I'm not really sure how much of this is ready to be broadcast live, but I sort of just need practice. I need practice working with the tools and learning what I can do and what I shouldn't do and all these things. But yeah, the web OS is it's a way to make software better and faster. I spend a lot of time doing graphic design. These are most of the stuff I do is very scattered and kind of disorganized. I just haven't gotten to a flow where I can stay organized and keep things. I have lots of different documents and lots of different pages within documents, and the greatest school in the world. How about that? I like it. Layout. Graphic design is all about layout. Web is all about layout. Software is all about layout. These little tabbies. I could teach people all about making software. Making data grids, something I was just doing the other day. I'd never really done this before. Getting all these numbers in, would just take a long time to either bullshit it, and there's a plugin you can use to pull those in. Just kind of experimenting. I experiment so much I don't actually end up making anything. And it's partly because of this. I'm a stay-at-home dad. I watch my kids all day. I've had enough time to finish my web framework to actually build something amazing. It seems like there's an invisible hand that not only leads me forward but holds me back. It's really weird. It's very gamey. I feel like life might be pay to win. There's some greater reality going on that the Bible talks about it. Got movies like The Matrix or Ready Player One that show the kind of alternative reality, I guess. But anyway, so Web OS is about these were cool here. Let me see if I can show you what these are doing. These are using symmetry, or basically symbols to make symmetry. I'm creating these little machines where I can create cool logos by setting up. It's like setting up a little design system. It's better like that because these are parallel. Anyway, it's just like this shape rotated several times here. It's the same shape. And then you can override the color. And I was making all kinds of them. You can kind of export these things. I had a little shape factory. That's pretty cool, but you can spend a lot of time. Oh, by the way, I was working with these color permutations. I like running permutations as a designer. It kind of helps you run through everything that could be and then help you kind of backpedal and say okay, some of these are better than others or whatever. Got a little carried away with these circles and trying to cut out the middle. Didn't really work right. There's a fragment here. I spent a lot of time figuring this out. It's I get this creative energy and this idea. I'm like, all right, I should run with this. I think this is kind of cool. And a lot of times you spend so much time trying to figure things out. Sometimes you figure out cool things. But so I was working with these colors. I kind of like these colors, this color scheme here. This Ryder truck drove by. I haven't seen one in a really long time, but it's the exact same color scheme: white, black, and this kind of reddish color. So I went out and grabbed an image, and this truck just drove by. It's pretty cool shit. Yeah, I need a break for my kids. I don't know how to do that. I need some money. I'm gonna make the best web framework in the world. It's something I've been working on for years. I know how to do it. I just got to figure out this layout stuff. I got to get out of my own way to a certain extent, but you could call it analysis paralysis, but it's also just me being hell-bent on finding the simplest solution and designing, making this whole process of design easier. Like, these layouts break super easily. I was trying to move like this layout into this other layout, and the background and width and everything just kind of got all messed up. Drag and drop design is like kind of one of these holy grails that should be here by now, at least in a functional way. But like, to retheme everything as you drag it around can be pretty tricky. So like, I don't want to underestimate the technical complexity of creating a drag and drop design system. But Figma is sort of drag and drop. If you know how to use auto layouts, they're really tricky to use, but I mean, they can be cool. I'm not sure if I have this one responsive. Let's see. The idea here is that you can select container. Why is this the wrong color? It's supposed to be this color. There we go. This one too, but this one's still not laid out the right way. What's going on here? Group. I don't like groups as much as I like frames. I'm not ungroup it. No, that's messed it up. I think we need to frame it. Set the frame to fill, but it stretched it all out. I think we want to bring this back. It's weird. It's once you get nested layouts, they all work differently, and it's all kind of messy. I think we can go auto layout here to add padding. Yeah, I'm surprised that works sort of, but why is it? There we go. All right, so by the way, I'm working on this post on indie hackers. Who wants to help me make the best web framework in the world? I can explain like kind of the vision, but basically we just need to remake all the things and make it on the same platform, like the same underlying data structures and user interfaces, and all the events and initialization and loading of modules and all the things that we do as developers to make software work. The design system. I don't know if you've used any design systems in Figma, but like getting basically I describe in this post down here. This is definitely a rant, so I apologize. I'm going to post a link to this live stream in here. I should probably just post this thing. You'll be able to watch. Yeah, I've currently have zero followers on Indie Hackers. These social networks are such shit. Like, I've never had any following. I'm sure most people are this way, because this is how life works. Is like, squeaky wheel gets the grease. My first post. I will win the internet. Oh. It was software and the internet. Let me go fix this. It was supposed to be, I will win software and the internet. Like Elon Musk won cars in space. Okay. Anyway, it got like 5 votes, 31 views. Nobody responded to me. Nobody emailed me. Fuck these motherfuckers who ignore me. Man, I'm so tired of it. I'm really in a bad place. I'm in debt. Got 3 kids that I've been watching them. Stay-at-home dad, driving them around to school, changing diapers for like the last 7 years. While I've been trying to work on this web OS, but it sort of fizzled out. I really want to show you guys this game I've been playing. It's called Albion Online. Let me fire it up real quick. I use Discord. I don't know if people use Discord. There's like this whole this is my guild's Discord. I think a lot of people have probably used Discord, but like, getting ahead of myself. Let me jump into this game. I've been playing games to kind of like soothe my soul. I grew up playing games. I grew up playing Ultima Online, which is like the greatest game of all time. I'm sure half of you have played or heard of Ultima. Ultima Online. Google image search is one of the best tools in the world, by the way. I use it almost more than Google itself. Oh man, Ultima Online. You could have castles. They built this like custom housing system where you literally like draw these. Actually, is this one of the old keeps? Maybe this isn't one of the custom ones. This is the custom housing system. You could literally like draw your own house, and like I want to say you can make a second 2 stories and shit. These games are crazy. They're like building little worlds, and the complexity is ridiculous. By the way, I don't know how much I want to get into here. I feel like this is an opportunity to speak my mind about stuff, but I gotta hold myself back. Gotta build a following first. I was gonna proofread this thing, but just don't feel like reading it again. Sort of like just gotta post it. But I should grab this stream link. I was having a really hard time getting the link to the stream. Like, here's the stream studio thing. Like, I'm streaming. I'm live for 11 minutes here. 0 viewers. Fuck off, motherfuckers. Yeah, we're gonna grow. This number is gonna be 1,000 before long, and we're gonna have fun making the best web software and web apps. We're gonna beat Google. We're gonna beat Twitter and Facebook. We're gonna make web software that's awesome. I need people to jump on board and come and follow me and give me some momentum here, because like I've been sort of giving up for the last 5 years or so. Well, off and on. 3 years ago, two years ago I started playing Albion. That's really when I threw in the towel and was like, I tried a lot of different things. I tried making courses or something, but I have a hard time staying focused and finishing and getting stuff published. That's where Indie Hackers comes in. It's supposed to be a community of people who kind of motivate each other to launch products. We'll see how well this works. They seem to be ignoring my idea so far. It's definitely grandiose. It's sort of like boiling the ocean, but this is what I've been working on, and I know how to do it. And I built my own JavaScript framework that makes building websites, well, allegedly a little easier. I never actually finished it. I never got it working. I got kind of bogged down with life too many times. And in Ultima Online, you would say I'm fizzling out. When you'd cast a spell that you couldn't successfully cast, it would make this like farting sound and fizzle. And so I'm trying to do something that's above my skill level or pay grade or something. That's why I need help. But I use Figma every day. I use Notion a lot. I have like Notion, but these products are good, but they're sort of, I don't know. I haven't made them work yet. I was just watching or listening to a podcast on the Indie Hackers about a guy who's using Figma to make $1 million or $2 million a year monthly revenue. It's designjoy.co, I believe. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Designjoy, yeah. I forget what this guy's name is. If you look at his pricing, it's kind of ridiculous. He plans between $4,000 and $5,500 per month for unlimited design, and he does it all by himself. And people were kind of like, "Whoa, dude, that's a lot." And then he was like, "Yeah, but I'm like a superhuman designer," and the podcast on Indie Hackers. And then I saw on Twitter, he's like, "I have to cut half my clients because I can't do this." It's like, dude, just hire some people. I've been on looking at Fiverr or Upwork or any of these sites where you can like find people to hire. I think this is a really good business idea, by the way. Like, if I had more discipline and focus, I would have made money reselling these guys' services. As like, the high-end designers get paid truckloads of money, and these guys are really good. I mean, they're not perfect, and you're gonna have to work with them. Like, it's hard to explain things to, what do you call it? Offshoring or whatever, outsourcing can be tricky, no doubt. But I think it's the potential, the value there is incredible. Well, anyway, so the WebOS is like a better Figma, a better Notion, a better Webflow. I don't use Webflow, but it's a way to build better software. And if we all work on it, if we can all come together and listen to some of these pain points about these different platforms, if you listen to me about the synergy, the benefit from merging them together, it's no brainer. Like, we need better software, and then we don't need Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn and all these different sites. We need to kind of merge all this shit together and get the money flowing, so that like when people have good ideas, we can pay them for it. Essentially, I have great ideas, and I can't get anyone to even listen to me. This is part of the problem on the internet right now. Gaming software. I want to make games. Best way to learn about games is like to play a game like Albion. It's an insanely complex game. It's like one of the coolest things in the world. Log in and show you what this game looks like. It's full loot PvP. It's an MMORPG. If you're not into games, all these things might not make sense to you, but it's not perfect. You can't change the camera view. You can't zoom out more than a little bit, which I hate in games. I really want to zoom out. There are some maps and stuff. Lots of maps. And you actually have to use these a lot while you're running around. But you can kill people and take their stuff in certain zones anyway, and you can level up. There's this whole Destiny board. Unfortunately, you can't zoom out far enough to actually see the whole thing, but you can zoom around, and there's like crafting and fighting skills and the combat trees. And there's tons and tons of activities you can do inside Albion, like different mini games. You can do arenas, which are 5v5. There's a lot of 5v5 content. Some of it is full loot, some of it is not. I would love to tell you more about Albion, but that's not really the point of my stream. It's one thing that if anyone wanted to kill some time and play, it's a really fun game, and I'd love to bring people together, especially people who are interested in making web apps and startups and getting rich in Albion is fun. So I have 40 million silver right now, which isn't a ton, but it's enough to play with. It's hard, like surviving in Albion is a lot about the economy and having enough money to buy your sets, because when you go out, you're risking your set, and if you die, you lose all your stuff, and you have to go buy another set. So my set right here is worth 300k. It says I have some items in inventory here worth another 46k. But if I die, I lose it and I have to buy it again. So anyway, Albion is about, you can get rich in Albion, and I spent the last couple of years kind of playing and learning how to do it. It's not easy. It's a cutthroat game, and a lot of people are swipers. They'll go to the where is it? This one, the App Store, and you can buy gold, and then there's like this exchange market where you can exchange gold for silver, which is actually kind of cool. You can play the market and make money. You can have these little charts of like the gold versus silver value. It's usually pretty stable, and I tried to do it once, but it's not easy to skim the market. But yeah, so getting rich in Albion is fun. Like doing PvP in Albion is fun. I was just watching a video here. Let's see if this will be interesting to see if I can play a YouTube video on my live stream. So it was one of my videos from this one right here.
Let me know.
Alright, so this is ZVZ. ZVZ stands for Zerg vs. Zerg, and it's like these massive team fights.
Jam, be ready to put your car up down that space for Jam.
So the green, tealish green names here are my team. There's these big circles that represent like the kind of give you some foresight about where the different teams are. Like if you have, it's basically like a player density. It's kind of a crude graphic. I don't really love the way it works, but we're about to do a big team fight. I drop in this big red circle that pulls and clumps people up, and we just kill all these people, and it's really fun because you can make a lot of money, and now you die just as much as you kill people, so it's cutthroat, but it's fun. And I'd really like to make a video game that's better than Albion. I think I don't think it'd be easy, but I think if you got the right people in the right place, yeah. So I want to create some software companies. I want to create a gaming company. I mean, it's creating games and creating software is largely the same thing. You need the right people in the right place. You need the right systems. Usually you're going to use version control and your DevOps, right? Like doing this well is tricky. Also, developers burn out, and staying focused and getting stuff done quickly and on budget is all extremely well. It's like easy in theory. It's like you just got to stay focused and get it done. And I know very well how hard that can be. Burnout is real, and I'm sure a lot of people on Indie Hackers feel it. Well, anyway, so I'm going to submit this. I haven't proofread it, but why the hell not, right? Yeah, I was talking about gaming. That's what got me off on that little tangent about Albion, but I really do like... I think we could make some pretty sweet games with web tech, like Three.js is like the WebGL wrapper, and make, part of this idea of the WebOS is creating an integrated design and development system that kind of includes something like Figma for designing user interfaces and apps. And then you need the data side. You might look at something like Notion for some user-friendly data structures and interactivity and stuff. Yeah, creating the software companies of the future are what my objective is, and I think we can rebuild pretty much all the software in the world, like all the social networks. We don't need 12 different social networks. We just need one that does the job properly, and I don't think any of them really do. And that's a whole other conversation for another time. But we're going to rebuild all the software. We're going to make it way better, because the WebOS is going to be the underlying framework that powers all of the software, and so it will evolve faster, and so more features for cheaper, and people still be able to make a lot of money doing this, so that it's like a plug-in ecosystem. Yeah, like I said earlier, I have currently 0 followers. Let me preview this real quick. I don't think there's anything else. Oh, I should put a link to this live stream. Still got zero followers, but that's all right. What was I looking for? Let's see if I can find my current live stream link. Oh wow, that delay is pretty good. That's only like a second. What's up, dude? No, I haven't seen your tablet. Oh, it's at Uncle Tim's house. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, look at this recursion. When the internet's about to blow up, get sucked into a black hole. Alright, what am I doing here? I just want this link. One watching, thumbs up. Fuck yeah. I'm going to create the best framework. Alright, so this needs to go in here. Edit. Also, I've been live streaming for the last 20 minutes and will continue to watch this post go live. Join me here. Bam. Let's do this shit. Who wants to help me make the best web framework of all time? Life is hard. Web shit. That's pretty cool. Web 9000. Everybody on the internet's talking about Web 3. I can't tell you how many articles I've seen that talk about how Web 3 is like... most articles are, what is Web 3? Nobody knows what it is, yet everybody's talking about it. It's so ridiculous. How about we just do Web 1 better? We need a simple web framework that can just build all the web things better. By the way, I'm not sure if you guys can hear the game in the background. Is my desktop audio being... Can I hear? What's going on here? Did this blow up? Am I still live streaming? Yeah, it looks like it. Still 0 viewers. Let's see if we get any viewers from this post. I'll show... Alright, so one view... when you make a post, watching the like counters on it is kind of interesting. 2 views. I don't think it counts my refresh as a second view, third view. Oh, maybe so. Can I just keep doing this? It could just be other people. 4. Wow. Okay. 5. Oh, that sucks. There's no way that's not me. Keep getting into view for every time I refresh. It's not really what I'm trying to do though. I'm just trying to... Like, usually you don't want to do that, I think. You don't want another view for the same person refreshing the browser. You want to count, like, into unique views. But web stuff is hard. There's so many details. I've never worked for a startup. I worked for a few small companies, but I decided early on that all the technology sucked, or at least it was way too complex and tricky to use, and that we needed to streamline it and make it better. And so I set off to do that. It sort of failed, but we're going to get this going. I'm going to get a community of people who want to make the best software in the world. It's a pretty easy no-brainer. Like, if you're an investor and you're investing in software companies, listen to me for a few minutes. I know what I'm talking about. The design and development life cycles are just ridiculously complex and slow and costly. I was talking down here about this idea I had to project management and like leading a... Well, so if you look at... I won't go back to Albion. I was going to use an Albion analogy about leading a team. And those ZVZs, those big team fights, you'd have to rewind the stream if you haven't heard me or watch the video of this game I've been playing. But in big team fights, you need extreme team coordination. Everybody has to be doing exactly what they're supposed to at the right time in order to succeed. I think playing Albion Online, it would be a great team building exercise. I remember companies used to play Ultima Online, that game I was showing earlier in the stream that I grew up playing. Companies would play this in their spare time for fun, to relax and bond with each other, sort of. I always thought that was really cool. Somebody dueling me? What set do I have? Alright, let's go, bitch. This is awesome. I should send the link to my stream and my guild's Discord, see if anyone wants to... I'm on like PvE. I'm on the wrong spells. I can switch some of my spells, but we'll see what we can do here. What has he got? Deathgivers and soldier armor. Holy shit. I literally don't have anything set up properly here. He's got me. Damn it. I'm a noob. Yeah, I've never done streaming with video games. Well, I mean, I can... Hold on. I don't want to sit here dueling people. It's not what I'm streaming for here. My mouse change... I can change my mouse sensitivity by clicking this button, but I keep bumping it. It's really annoying. Yeah, no, I need to switch this one too. Alright, fine, dude. I'll fuck you up. I have to win one. Probably have zero views, but maybe somebody will watch this and enjoy my content sometime in the future. I didn't want this for a ranged player. I have a wind wall or a firewall here that will... I also have knockback. I have a bunch of useless skills for this guy. It's my mistake. I was distracted. So, let's see. We got any real views yet? 7 views, 1 vote. What the fuck? Nobody's even seeing this. So, on Indie Hackers, I believe should be here newest. 0 comments. Do I have any views on... no viewers on YouTube yet. Okay. Man, this sucks. Streaming is fucking lame. Alright, so... I don't know. I mean, what do I do here to get people to help me out. I mean, I just posted it. I should give it some time. But I need a boost. I need to like run some ads to get people on here. Let's see if I can do it. I think so. I can run an ad to get some more views on here. Let's go to. I haven't. Google. It's like Google Ads Manager. I used to use this for a client. Is Penny still sleeping? Okay. What am I looking for here? Yeah, what I was going to say is, I used to use this for a client. Yeah, these are new. I think we want a new one. I've never used this for myself. Like, I've never got around to it. Get more calls, get more sales, reach and engage viewers on YouTube. I don't know. I think this one is just web traffic. Make this shit so hard. Business name. Let's just call it the Web OS. Next. Your website. Just want to run some quick ads here. It might not let me run ads to this website. Yeah, I think that's okay. Yeah, fuck that. Skip for now. Skip. I can't put analytics on their site. Now it's time to write your ad. Help me. What's the title of this thing? Bam. Ah, it's too long. 61. Make best web framework of all time. What the hell kind of a headline is 30 characters? Jesus, get out of here. Can't see the character count of this thing up here. This is... Just get rid of this. This should still be on clipboard. Do we need a second one? No call button. Next. God damn it, you son of a bitch. Get rich slowly. Description 2. What the fuck, Google? Block my ad if I say that. Join my live stream. Next. Policy violation. Non-standard punctuation is not allowed. You son of bitches. I got it. Web development platforms, web developer. Yeah, I don't care. I just wanna. So targeting these keywords is gonna be a big question. Web design, web app, easiest web design. Fine. I mean, can I just add them all? Like, whatever. I don't really care. No, I'm okay with anyone. Can I just skip this? Oh man. I have to name every country. I guess we'll start with the US because that's where I am, but there's a lot of people all over the world that daily average. To your own budget. I got 0 viewers. What the hell's going on with the internet? Is nobody on the internet today? 15 views, but nobody's coming over to. Let's look at this. How long ago did I post this? It's probably, I don't know, 10 minutes later. Yeah, that's numbers. People. Ooh. I think I can use exclamations here. Motherfucker. I think we can. I think it might be too soon. People don't know what I'm doing here. Nobody's upvoted either, though. Like, what the fuck? Need some boost to your own budget. Typical competitor budgets. I can spend 17 a day, I guess. It's a lot, though. But let's see here. I'm not sure if that's my current car. Yeah, these smart don't trust Google and these smart campaigns. Like, we're just gonna spend your money for you. I don't want remarketing, but whatever. Congrats, explore your campaign. That's pretty easy, actually. I mean, I don't have confidence. Oh, here we go. Here's the Google Ad dashboard that I'm assuming. Or at least it looks a little bit like it. This looks like a phone number, but this is like my ad ID, I think. They don't make that clear there. One business day, motherfucker. Alright. So, this could just be a big flop. I'll stay live for a little bit longer. Let me go back through and let's see. Do we have anyone? Still 0 viewers. What the hell, guys? It takes a lot to motivate an internet user to click on something. I'm trying to build the best web apps in the world, okay? I want to beat YouTube and all of them. All the big tech giants, they're all running software, web software. We can make that web software better. You have no idea how much money Facebook, Twitter, Google, and all these companies spend on web development. And the platforms are kind of broken. I mean, they're moving in the right direction, but open source software is kind of stunted because there's no money behind it, or at least it's been a big problem to fund open source software. The WebOS will fix this. There's a lot of pieces of this puzzle, and we kind of have to rebuild the entire web infrastructure. But we have models of these. You know, like look at GitHub. It's just a web app. It's running Git. It's really easy to make. I mean, there's GitLab out there. It's not hard to rip one of these things off. It's not necessarily easy. It takes months of focus and determination. But if you read this article, it's kind of a long rant, but it shouldn't take you more than 5 or 10 minutes if you're a fast reader. If you understand what I'm trying to say here, it should make sense that there's a lot of benefit that can become from integrating all these different tools. You shouldn't need 10 different tools to get something done. You want to be able to log in, talk to your people. They click as few times as possible to get it done. We make some money, we go buy some big boats and have fun. I'm not successful right now. I often struggle with life. I don't think I have any viewers yet, so I'm kind of monologuing here with no audience. It feels silly, but in case anyone watches this in the future, life is hard. I can prove it to you. Watch. I did this the other day in Notion. I searched my notes for, well, let me do a quick find up here. Life is hard. "36 results." And this is like 2 years of notes. But this is kind of personal. I shouldn't even be showing this because I haven't like proofread it, and there's a lot of stuff that I take notes about to myself that's private, whatever. Streaming is weird, like, you know, just having my bookmarks up here, and you can see my avatar, and I could flip over my camera. You want to see what I look like? Let's go. Hey. Okay. Penny's sleeping. Okay. Alright. Bye. Alright, let's see here. I think OBS needs one of these. What's up, people? This is a whiteboard here. My basement, I ripped the ceiling down and put up some of these way too bright LEDs. It's not really like a good setup here, but it's a mess. There's just shit everywhere in my house. I have 3 small kids, and it's a long story. I want to tell my story, but like, I have zero viewers right now. It's kind of shitty, but I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up this time. It's gonna take a long time to climb up and build a following, but can you do that? Teach people how to do that. It's kind of fun. I actually do this without even thinking about it. Like, my brain needs something to do. Here, I think I got a duel here. They are Trinity Spear. I think I'm on the right spells for this. So you have to inspect them and like know what items do. I forgot what I'm doing here. He should be. Oh, he doesn't have to get close because he's got this range. So he's sort of a range player. It's wacky. I played this bad. Yeah, I played that bad. I need to change my W spell. This Albion Online, it's free to play. One of the best games in the world. It is the best game in the world, hands down. Albion Online. Check it out. You can watch videos about it. It's full loot PvP. I was explaining this earlier. It's better than real life. Like, I mean, if you're struggling and you're feeling burned out, come and play Albion. I'm in this guild here. I'm gonna post a link. See if anyone will. Can I get into voice chat here without this wigging out? Let's see. Clipping it. Albion with Metal TV. What the fuck does that mean? Alright, let's see here. This could just blow up my computer because I'm streaming and this is like... OBS sometimes fucks with other software, like the audio drivers and stuff, so... Hello?
Hello. What's up, Adam?
I am live streaming to YouTube right now.
Okay.
I'm not sure if this is working. I have to use push to talk for Discord. And not on the OBS stream. I have 0 viewers, so wouldn't worry about it, but I made a post on this website called indiehackers.com.
Okay.
looking for people who want to help me make the best web framework of all time. It's kind of like this, big rant about software and how to make it better. But I decided to live stream the, publishing it, just thinking like, I don't know, people saw this post and saw me live streaming it, they might jump in and like just watch what it's doing. But 10 or 20 minutes later, I still have 0 viewers. So there's 18 views now on the post, but nobody's jumped over. I don't necessarily blame them, but like, I need an audience. I need to build a viewership. So that's what I've been telling, like, just kind of ranting on this live stream. I've been live 45 minutes now. I was dueling as I logged into Albion just because I started talking about games in Albion, right? And so I log into Albion and people start dueling me. So I was kind of live streaming some duels. That was funny. My stream was mostly about like talking about Figma, user interface design and software and web development, and all that stuff. So it's a little bit cross discipline, but and I think if I were to make a successful software company, I think I could make web apps and games. It's sort of this, it's all software development. It's design, development, launch, marketing. 80% of it's the same. It's just a little bit different tool set, skill set.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That's pretty cool though that you're streaming that. Sounds like fun.
Yeah, I mean 0 viewers though, like
I don't know how you build audiences on those platforms. All I know is it's really hard.
Will you be my first viewer, Tanny?
Oh yeah, dude.
Alright, let me see if I can find this link. It's so hard to find the link. Like, where is my link to the... I have to go dig through... I actually have it here, but it, like, bombed out. I think there's... You know how... Have you ever seen, like, when you have a mirror and another mirror facing each other, you get that, like, Hall of Mirrors effect? I have that on my screen on my live stream, because when I look at my live stream, it, like...
OBS.
Yeah, OBS does it, and YouTube does it, but the YouTube stream, like the actual link I'm trying to send you, froze up. I'm trying to send you... Oh shit, now I hear myself. On my Hodensack one?
Yeah, I don't see a live video.
I'm using a different account.
Okay. Hey, what's it called? I could just search you. Maybe that helps.
How do I send a message to you? I can do it from Sumo. So.
Yeah, let's do it from Discord.
What is this metal thing that you're... I hover guild chat and it says playing a game metal, clipping Albion with metal.tv. I don't know what that is.
Oh yeah, metal is a clipping tool, clipping application.
What does that mean?
Okay,
you can make clip, like if you make like a good play, you can just clip it through metal, and then just post it wherever.
So does it like just always stream and save? Like, can you go? Is it recording on Metal TV and then you can come back, or like?
Metal. I know that you can like. You're just adding the games you're playing, right? And when you play it and you press the button you have binded to clip, you're gonna like record the last, let's say, a minute of your gameplay.
Okay,
and
so like
you make a clip, and then in the metal you can like.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out. I've used a number of different streaming tools before. Like I use NVIDIA's like GeForce Experience or whatever within Albion. I use OBS sometimes. I've tried like Overwolf, and I've seen a whole bunch of different streaming tools, but they all kind of suck. Like none of them do everything. The only way to have like a good tool that can do everything is that it has to be built on a very flexible application framework that allows plugins and kind of like allows you to use whatever tools you want, essentially. Slagans, just so you know, I'm live streaming to YouTube right now with 1 viewer. Tanios has agreed to join my viewer in my stream.
Cool.
But that might change, so be careful what you're talking about.
Well, would you like to go and kill some faction gankers?
faction gankers out of Lim?
In the Uwood Tunnel. They were kind of
yeah.
low IP.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's head back, Kylie, and join them.
Yeah.
Kylie and I have just been running around trying to look for a decent road, but we haven't found anything out of...
Alright.
Like, we're literally in Wire Forest, and we left from Lim. So we can go back and then just, faction flag. Can I stay as a healer?
I gotta teleport to Lim.
Gorham
Yeah, you
is
could
the
do.
party leader right now.
Oh, bro. I sent him a join request.
I saw 7 of them. Did not see a healer. They range between 900 and 1200 IP. They were classic tanker builds.
Let's go make
Trail
free money.
Seeker, Fire Staff, Claws, etc.
Free money.
Let's go.
Will you guys be able to wait for us?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Assuming they're still there when we get there.
Sweet. Sorry, it took us on a wild ride, Kylie. We didn't really get much done.
Yeah.
Kind of sucked. We kept hitting green portals with a 3-man. I guess we could have taken the green portal in the last time we were in. But...
We could have, but whatever.
Want to trade?
Hey, hey.
I don't know, are you going to be around at 2 UTC?
I don't know.
Alright,
Sort of on babysitter duty.
okay.
Not sure what the kids will allow. What's it to UTC?
Oh, crystals.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to. I always forget what time it is. I think it's 8 p.m.
You are central, or?
It's either 8 or 9. Yeah, Central.
Yeah.
It's 9.
Oh, 9.
It's 9. Okay.
I'm Central.
I don't fucking know time, dude. What's 1 hour from PST? That's not central?
Pacific is 2 hours behind Central.
Oh,
Because there's mountain time in between us.
I forgot about those people.
Yeah, it's fine. Everyone does.
Who are they? Idaho? Dakotas?
Colorado, New Mexico,
Oh, right.
all those stupid places no one likes.
Hey,
Where
what
is
state do you live in,
Malorana? What are
Slagan?
we doing here?
Texas.
Texas, okay.
At least it's not Oklahoma.
Dude, now I know where you live.
Uh-huh.
We're live streaming here. Let's exercise some.
Some restraint.
Absolutely.
Matters,
Yeah.
matters.
Yeah. And definitely not in a massive state.
So, Slagans, I made this post on this website called Indie Hackers, and
Yeah.
I'm trying to promote the post. Like, I'm sort of begging for begging for attention and upvotes to get the word out about this. It's basically a startup or web app framework that I'm trying to build. So I wrote this post, and like people have been generally ignoring me for years when I write these posts. I've also been trying to live stream, like not maybe for gaming or other reasons. I think live streaming is kind of crazy. Still figuring out all the tools. The tools are really tricky to use and get it all. Like I couldn't get my audio working earlier, for example. Right now I'm using OBS to live stream like my whole screen, and so I've been switching between like web and Albion and stuff. I guess my point is that I'm probably streaming to non-Albion players, and so
Gotcha.
and I have this post, so people. What my hope was is that people would funnel in from this post, because I wrote on there like I'm gonna live stream the publishing of this post, and then you can click through and listen to my live stream. And I was hoping that maybe 5 or 10 people would jump on and could start a discussion about what I was talking about to kind of like get people's input and feedback and whatever. That didn't happen.
I wonder
20
if
minutes
podcasts
later.
are more accessible.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's just so much competition. You guys aren't in the tunnel yet, are you?
We're
No,
in
I'm
Highball.
in Limhurst waiting.
Yeah, we're
Oh,
still-
you're in Highball. Are you ready to go?
No. We're walking
Okay.
back from Carleon, basically.
Gotcha. You'll need to flag up for Lim anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, they're the faction. Okay.
Yeah, they're faction guys. They're Sterling.
Oh, wait, I have to. I'm gonna reset my first Sterling points, right?
You are.
Yeah, if you change
I think
faction.
Gorham. I think Gorham went AFK.
Well,
I think so.
You do reset it, sadly.
or not just the points, but the ranks.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
20 views and 1 viewer. 0 viewers. Come on, Tanny.
What? It's open. What happened?
Maybe if you tab out or whatever, it'll.
Oh.
Uh,
I haven't touched
Here, let me publish it or paste these links in the Discord thingy. So.
Good call.
Let's see. How do I get? There's the chat. Well, there's a link to the YouTube stream if you click on that Indie Hackers link. You get Serene in here.
With 4, as long as we have a healer, I bet we can take this fight.
I'm not flagged yet. Hold on, I got distracted. I sort of need to cancel this stream because now we're just playing Albion, and I don't think people who are going to click through that link are going to want to just watch me play Albion all day.
What?
I really want to
We're
do.
gonna keep faction bankers. Gear up.
Sorry.
Send the U with tunnel. It's easy money.
Serene, I'm live on
In a solo
YouTube.
dungeon.
I'm
Try.
I'm about to start a
There's a-
startup.
There's an A key.
Hey,
Okay, what?
Serene, I'm gonna make a startup, dude. I've been talking about it for years. I'm trying to build some momentum. I'm live streaming on YouTube. I made a post on this website called Indie Hackers, which is like a bunch of entrepreneurs and devs and designers and whatever, explaining my vision. I posted a link to it in Discord. The title of it is "Who Wants to Help Me Build the Best Web Framework in the World or of All Time" or whatever, and I kind of explain in the post. And people don't seem terribly interested in it, which surprises me because, I mean, I'll debate any of the best developers in the world on the legitimacy of the idea. It's basically just building better infrastructure to make
Sure.
software development easier and faster and eliminate the need for a million different tools. It's
Sure.
pretty simple stuff. It is a big project, but I'm surprised that there's not more people who would be wanting to help me make
What
this.
about the
thing.
Web3 audience?
Yeah, I mean, the Web3 audience is definitely. This is Web3. It's really just like Web 1 or 2 done better. I don't know if people read it and think like that's too much work or whatever. It is a lot of work, but I guess if the point is that I've seen the whole ecosystem and I know what it takes to make it better. Unfortunately, I've tried to do it myself. I just haven't had the time to finish actually making it better. But I wrote like a web framework and have seen a lot of different tools that are kind of coming. Visiting my mom.
What's up?
What do I do with it?
With what? The stuff I gave you?
Yeah.
That's our little baby split from the guy we killed in Highball. I picked
So-
up
so-
75k. Give me 35. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, Serene, let me just wrap that up real quick. Click on the link, read the thing. You're interested in software development and stuff. It gives a pretty good overview of like some of the pain points with designing and developing software. I kind of just name drop a lot of different platforms and tools and stuff that people use to build these things.
Where's the link at?
If you look in the guild chat, there's you have to click the little chat icon. It's like the side chat inside of a voice comms. It's kind of it's a new feature. Like if you haven't found it, but if you hover over the guild
Okay, I
chat,
see,
like
I
voice
see it.
comms, you can click a little comment blurb and then
Okay,
click on
okay.
It's actually a pretty cool feature. You should
That is
basically share stuff
interesting.
with people in this channel. Slaggins, I'm gonna run and use the restroom real fast, so I'm just gonna walk out. To
these guys are long gone. It took us half an hour to mobilize.
Yeah, I am currently training up a new healer for us.
Nice.
My
Oh, really?
cousin
Okay.
is starting to play. He's been looking for an MMO to play. Well, WoW is getting their new expansion figured out. So I was finally able to convince him to play. So I'm just
That's
doing
good.
Yellow Zone 5-1 maps right now with him.
Is it like PvP?
Yeah. So
he's not
he's
gonna
I
have
already
WoW.
gave him the rundown on he's gonna do Holy. He as of right now he is on Great Holy just because 300k for a flat 4 Hollow Fall is not it.
Yeah.
Um,
Alright, let's just go.
but yeah.
I can wait to use the restroom. Let's go see if they're in there.
All right, let's boogie.
Alright, I'm gonna hop back in the other call.
Dude, check
Okay,
out my
toodles.
post. Watch my stream.
I did. I opened it.
There they are.
Oh, I went. I showed my face. I did a face reveal on the live stream. So if you guys want to see what I look like,
Did you?
should watch it. Yeah, I mean, it's
Mm,
coming up on an hour now, but I talk about. It's kind of a ramble, but I talk about a lot of different things. Yeah, you guys should watch it.
Looks like other
give
people
me a
can.
like.
We'll do.
Will do.
Thanks, bro.
Is the
Yeah.
the YouTube video or YouTube stream, I assume, is linked in the website?
Yep.
Okay.
They're gone.
One of them was running past us, but a lot of randoms showed up. So,
And now we're limb blobbed.
mhm.
Alright. I'm gonna go on ahead and hop in the other call.
Sounds good.
Later, dude.
If he gets off and you guys are still on, I'll probably be down to do like Hellgates or something if you guys want.
Oh, I'm down for some fives. Hell yeah, down for some fives.
3 reds.
Alright. I'll see you guys.
So you guys on a moose, claws, frost staff?
Got 3 of them right here.
Please kill me.
Dismounted.
Oh, you guys are inside.
Yeah, we're inside the tunnel.
Yeah.
Oh,
Here's
I went
4
outside.
with the life curse staff. Kill this life curse, bro. Just dismount him. No, he's running.
Ah,
The rest of the gankers are up near you guys. Whoever just zoned through.
We got 15.
he's coming
10
behind.
seconds.
I'd stay
Yeah,
dismounted.
they're coming.
Or not.
Go closer,
Oh, they're going back to the
Odin.
middle. 2 of them are going back to the middle.
I'm just
On the middle bridge.
They're just running back towards you, Hodin.
Okay.
Slaggins and I are dismounted.
They're dismounted. They're ready to go. Some of them.
There's Grail Seekers.
That Grail
dismounted.
Seeker.
Yep.
I missed.
Get him! Get him! Get him! Oh, he's got Wanderlust. Any purges? No.
No, no purchase. Is he gone forever?
He's going northeast. He's
Oh,
going
he's-
up and around.
3 hard reds over here.
I'm gonna head back towards
Hollow
Hodin.
Pain.
You
Just
guys should be
going
fine with him.
east.
I'm up
Alright.
ahead
Wanted?
on the side road. I'm up ahead on the
Okay.
side road if you guys push him this way. I don't know if you.
Hey,
I didn't
kill
see
it.
him
Go,
come
go
out.
up,
Switch
go
to
up,
s-
go up.
Switch to Spling Slash, Killix.
Yeah.
You could have stopped him if you had that.
Dismounting? Are we dismounting? Hodin?
No, I don't see him.
No.
I thought he went up here. I mean, one of them ran down that road, and I thought
Yeah, he
maybe
ran
he was
this
going
way.
to come up this way. Probably went the other way. Oh shit!
They're gone.
There's still 4 reds in here though.
Find them. Murder them.
There's one on an ox. They all got those minor boots. Oh, there's a blob over here. Oh, a bunch of low health limb guys. Okay.
Yeah. There's a bunch of dudes over here. I'm running up ahead. Oh yeah, I found the reds. Oh hell yeah, dude, get in here.
Big clumps.
Thanks for the loot, boys. I just got a piece of trash off that guy.
Didn't get much loot.
I got 50k.
Got a couple of 5-1 resi pots. So
Do you get PvP fame for killing people in these areas?
kills are kills, my dude.
I always wonder about that. Or is PvP fame strictly a Black Zone thing?
Alright, I'm gonna head back to I think we're done here.
I
Yeah.
need to pee. Let me get out of this tunnel.
I need to wrap up this stream thing, and
Sounds
then
good.
I'll be back to play probably later. Man, it's so disappointing. Like, I spent hours writing this thing this morning. Published the article, and nobody responds. And it's like, I would think that this is exactly what these people on this board are looking for, is like some sort of vision for the future. Someone ready to organize and kick ass and take names and make something big. I really think I could make the best software company in the world. It's been a vision of mine and like a goal of mine for a long time. I just need to get started.
People.
I gotta find people. I'm really opposed to taking venture capital, which is the traditional route, and that's sort of why I think I'm just sitting here, not doing anything. Because if I were to prepare my business plan and go get venture capital, I probably could have been at least working towards Framework more than I have. But I'd like to own the thing outright. I'd rather not take venture capital for a lot of reasons. I just want to get people who want to do like make money online. That's actually probably a better way to go. There's all these crypto people who are trying to make money for doing nothing, which is shit. And it's like destined to failure, I think. But there's a lot of ways to make money with creating content, marketing content, digital marketing in general. There's a lot of people who make money with it, although it's pretty competitive and tricky. Actually, I set up an ad to drive traffic to my Indie Hackers post. It was a couple clicks, and I set up to spend like $17 a day on it. So we'll see how that goes.
You hear me, guys? Now?
Warm.
Yeah, they're already gone.
Hey, guys.
Killed a couple of random reds, but nothing worth much.
Sorry about the delay. Have to install graphics drivers in Discord. This one. I'm logging in now. Should be fine.
Dude, Magorm, I'm live streaming right now to YouTube. You should check
Yeah.
out the link that I put in the guild chat, like sidebar chat thingy. When you click the little comment bubble.
They're going back into the tunnel.
Hey guys.
Oh, well, I can't see the live stream report. I don't see a live stream.
So it's if you click on the link that I put in there, there's a link to a YouTube stream. It's my other.
Oh, you're
I'm not
streaming on YouTube. Okay.
Yeah, from OBS. I was trying to do it as like just a fun way to promote the post that I put. I put the link to the live stream in the post, so like I said I was posting this and going live and trying to get people to view it, but I haven't. Let me see if there's anyone viewing.
Where did you put it again? Sorry.
The post, the Indie Hackers post is in the Discord sidebar chat.
Yeah, look at it.
Did you find that one?
I'm trying to. I'm running on my mom's old computer, so it's not running slow. I'm logging to Albion Center. Where's the hackers post? You said?
Indie Hackers is the web domain. If you hover the Google chat, the Discord guild chat, there's a little open chat button next to it that opens that sidebar chat. And that's where I posted a link to an Indie Hackers post. We've talked about software before, and that's why I was
Yeah.
get your feedback. You should read the post would probably take 10 or 15 minutes to read. It's pretty like technically, I wouldn't say deep, but like sort of, if you don't understand the web development ecosystem, you're not really going to understand some of the things I'm saying. But I worded it in a kind of a vague, very broad, general way that you might take something from it. But I'm trying to rally people together who are like all building their own shit separately, and a lot of them fail to do it. They build a lot of side projects, and some of them, you know, like 1 in 100 launch something and get crazy successful with it. And that's what that community of indie hackers is all about like designers and developers, you know, building their own side projects and launching them and trying to be successful with them. But it's so fucking hard, and they're all reinventing the wheel, like finding the best web framework to build your site and your product on top of is insanely hard, and it's actually impossible. That's kind of what I wrote in the article, is that choosing the right tech stack is literally impossible. There's way too many decisions, there's so many complex things, and wiring it all together is insanely hard. And so that's where my vision for the web OS, it's still kind of a vision, although it's more of a reality than I can explain in a short amount of time. So it's a lot of hand wave. You know, some people might dismiss this whole idea as like, oh, this guy's full of shit. Fortunately, that's the response I've got thus far. But I really want to make the best software company in the world and make the best video games. And I think I have a pretty good vision about how to do it. How to make, if you could make software design and development 10 times faster and 10 times easier and 10 times better, and harness the value of marketplaces to like basically build on top of other people's creations, so that you can, you know, like you should be able to create a new Albion of your own within a couple days of just making decisions about like what kind of terrain and what kind of weapon classes, and they have marketplaces for Unity and Unreal and stuff like that. You know, I'm not saying that none of these things exist. It's just you have to be an expert to wire them all together, and they're different for, you know, if you want to make a website with modular software, kind of in the same sense. Like if you want to make a new Twitter or a new Facebook, you can't do it in a couple days. It takes months, and you know, Facebook and Twitter, all these companies have thousands upon thousands of the smartest people in the world, smartest software designers and developers working for them. And you might think like, oh, well, how can you possibly compete with that? But it's actually not so hard. You just have to look at what we're doing and do it better and take the friction out of it so that people can make better software faster. And that's, I think, the thing that I'm onto is that, you know, well, yeah. So I'm ranting. I'm sorry if you guys aren't interested in this stuff. But see you, dude.
I'll have a look at it. Definitely.
Alright, thanks. Yeah, I'll probably stop this stream because nobody's watching.
We're gonna kill somebody, or what's the
Really,
story?
nobody. What the fuck?
Sorry, I haven't had a chance to get there yet.
22 views. 0 people clicking. It's gonna be harder than I thought. But I'm gonna do it. I think I just need to get my shit together. Right now it's just like a lot of scatterbrained ideas, but I think the more I do these streams, the more I try and explain to people, and I can prepackage like a little video clip that explains all this a little bit more succinctly. But man, if I get like 10 dedicated followers that are willing to like tune in and give me an upvote or something, and I can, you know, I just need to reach the audience. It's really hard because everybody's trying to do that. But then the outcome has to be there too. Like we actually have to, I need to find the best designers and developers that can validate my idea and help me build it. So,
Hold on, what's the business plan?
well, I mean, at the beginning, it's just build the best web framework so that you can build. It can be open source, like a lot of these unicorns that exist.
But what's in it for the guys that's going to have out? What's in it for them?
But this is a good question, and people contribute to open source software without getting paid already. But it is a big problem because they don't get paid, they don't necessarily work on it as much as they could, and there's not as many contributors as there could be. Monetizing open source software has been tried, and there's a few different ways you can go about doing it. It's a pretty deep question about how to give people credit and help them earn money, basically. I think at the end of the day, when you use other people's software, you should give them a cut of your profits. And so, like if you wanted to make a website, you can go to this package manager called Node Package Manager, NPM, and you can install all kinds of different JavaScript packages to build your website. But it's all open source, and people actually don't use software unless it's open source because they don't want to. It's not just because they don't want to have to pay, but they want to be kind of guaranteed that you're not going to raise your price and screw them over or whatever in the future. So like, yeah, there's the whole open source ecosystem and understanding how the software is created and contributed and made better, and how you could actually fund it is a very complex question, but it's definitely a big piece of the puzzle. But it's kind of, it's not the hardest part to figure out. People definitely need to be paid for the software they make, and NPM, I guess what the point I was going to make, NPM doesn't have a mechanism to pay all of the dependencies that you bring into your project. So if I were to design like a better Facebook, where you could like self-host your own social profile, for example, and you used my platform, like I should be able to like set up a licensing scheme where you pay me a minimal amount based on how successful you are, kind of a thing. Right now, there's I don't know if there's any software systems. I haven't seen any good software licensing systems where you can like publish your software and get paid on I mean, you can create an API. There are ways to do it. It's just there's a lot of friction. It's a lot of time to set it up and get it to work, and that's fix.
I want 5% if you were to turn into a billionaire. If I give you this idea, okay?
Wait, what?
Yep. I want 5% if you become a billionaire because of this, okay?
Dude, I'm gonna become a billionaire. That's been my objective from the beginning. This is the vision. Like, I've been digging through all the web development crap to try and figure out like where is this going. It's sort of the holy grail of software. People have tried to do this in the past and failed, and so it's really been a puzzle to me, like why there isn't. It's the holy grail of software is the software creator application. It's like one program to rule them all and to literally make them all. So you can go in and edit your software and reconfigure how you want it to work, and so that if you don't like how your Discord works, you can bring in plugins from Slack as a similar competitor or like similar program to Discord, a real-time collaboration program.
Here's my tip for you. What is kind of missing in all this is people actually getting paid for what they do and bring people together, right? So why don't you make a Spotify version of coders? You can all contribute, and whenever somebody uses their code, they get automatically a split of whatever the revenue is of that software that is being used for.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a better. The NPM is a good example of like the module system where people share code, and then if you use somebody else's code, it should be built at that level where you can license it essentially. Generally, it needs to be free to use and free to try out, so that you can give it a test drive without having to put up some money, and then if you like it and if it works well, then the licensing terms need to be clear. That's not necessarily easy to figure out too. There's like, you could do it on a per user or per click or per, there's a lot of different metrics you could use to license a certain feature, and there's a lot of different features, and you can license content too. Like, one of the biggest problems I've seen with YouTube is that I'm always thinking about like borrowing other people's content to remix it or do a commentary on it or whatever, and you can do free use. Like, you can just kind of use other people's content minimally and claim free use if you don't like rip it off too much. But I think it would be cool if there was a licensing feature for content, so that if you created like a guide to web development, for example, you could allow people to reuse your content and kind of quote it, and then also get a small piece of their pie, so that like it's sort of like getting paid for providing content to something like Wikipedia, so that the more, or YouTube, but like, allowing sharing of the content and remixing it is kind of hard on those platforms because they don't really promote it. And I think that's really, if you want the content, the quality of the content to evolve, you need people to remix it and make it better, but they can't do that if they don't have access to the underlying assets, like in the video editing program or access to the images. But okay.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Apparently my mic was muted.
If you hear what?
Don't worry. Holden was talking for the last 20 minutes.
Yeah, I'll hear.
So.
Can you get Penny out of her bed?
So regular Holden
Can you
stuff.
ask her if she wants to get out? If she doesn't, then...
How are you guys?
What's up? Is that Dragon?
You?
Good, good.
Then he's
Oh,
in mute as well.
I forgot to push. Is that Dragon?
Yes.
That's right.
Almost done.
How can you mess me up with somebody else? That's not nice.
Let's see if I have any followers. I was also asking people. 0 followers. What the fuck, man?
Oh, what are you doing,
Why is
Colin?
this shit so hard?
I'll go and follow you. Oh,
You gotta log
What-
in or
what-
sign up and whatever.
What are you doing, Holden?
All right, so there's a link in the Discord sidebar chat. So like the voice comms we're in, if you hover it and click the little chat icon, you can open a sidebar chat and click the link to this website called Indie Hackers. It's like this social network for side projects and startup, people trying to do like their own startups and stuff. I've been trying to rally people on that site to be like, hey, let's work together. Let's build the best framework we can to make, basically make better web software, make the best web apps in the world. And I've been trying to explain what that means and like why that would be better and get people to hop on board. But I have 23 views on this post. I put a link to, I'm live streaming on YouTube, hoping that I'd either get people curious jumping in on YouTube to, sometimes you just get, YouTube will randomly give you viewers or whatever, right? Stumbling around on YouTube. That didn't happen, and nobody jumped over from this post to the YouTube live stream. Nobody's commented or upvoted or followed me. It's like, I don't know if these people are dumb or they just don't believe in it or whatever. Or just don't believe in it.
Oh, well, that's sad. Here, I'm watching you.
It is sad.
You'll have one.
But-
even if one person is watching, it will still show like a review, so it will be something at least.
How about a granola bar?
You know?
You want some gum? Yeah, hold on a second. Daughter came downstairs.
Well, somebody did say hi
You can have
to
some
you.
gum.
I don't know when did that happen.
When?
Oh, that was me. I said hi.
Oh.
I'm Derek Mikhail.
Okay.
What a creative name.
Yeah, you
Is
know.
it your name?
Creative name.
What's that?
Is it your
Name,
name
bro.
or just something random?
Yeah,
Yeah.
my full name is Derek Daniel Saimad Mikhail.
Alright.
Daniel
It's
is
a
actually
name.
just
What?
my
That's
second
just a
What? What nationality
Hey,
is that?
that's
If you don't mind me asking.
Lebanese.
Lebanese, right? What's that?
Well, now you've
Yeah,
been
Lebanese.
doxxed. Everyone in the world who's watching my stream. Dude, I got 2 viewers. Woohoo! 2's better than none, right?
Yeah, for some reason
Yay.
it seems to like if I have Discord open on my other monitor, it takes me out as a viewer even though I have it open in the background. It's weird.
Wait, say that again?
No,
So,
it not
I've-
not and it actually showing that there is only one viewer.
Yeah, I opened Discord again and I minimized that web page, and now I think it's taking
Oh,
me out as a
it
viewer.
drops off. Yeah, I'm not sure how long
Yeah.
you stay connected in the background. But I think if I build, I've always thought about building an audience like with a million different topics, whether it be like game design and development. I don't know if you guys have ever had a conversation with me about game design and development. Like, I'm always talking about that
Oh,
shit, and thought about
no.
creating like a community to make video games. I think it's a pretty easy way that you could hire people on Upwork or Fiverr or something, design some simple word puzzle or like 2D interactive like ping pong or pinball or one of those where you just run around and dodge shit, or I don't know, just make some game that's fun enough to play, but you need to be either good or pay money to level up, and then you need to have that ladder. And once you have like the competition and the gameplay is just fun enough to like warrant, competing, where you're like, okay, I'll give this another go. Especially if you're kind of moving up the ranks, it shouldn't be hard to do. At least if you structure the matchmaking and ladder system properly and have a sufficient number of people playing, which are all, I don't want to trivialize that. a lot of games flop early on, but I don't think it'd be hard to make a game and charge money for it and make truckloads of money. Like, there are a lot of game studios out there who do, and they do make money, and they're not often set up all that well in terms of the pricing scheme. Like, I'm very rarely baited into paying. I mean, Albion's premium is one I do pay for, and it's probably the only game I really pay for. And I think it's worth it, right? Like, you get a pretty decent bang for your buck, and although I don't really Fane farm that much anymore, so it's not as useful. But anyway, like, I think the trick to making money with games is to have some sort of value that you're providing that is well worth it, and so that your player base can like feel good about giving you a little bit of money. And once you have that, you can, and it doesn't have to be like $10 or $12 a month or whatever Albion is. It could be like $2 or $3 a month for some sort of loot package, or I don't know how you do it. There's all kinds of schemes that gamers make or game companies make to get you to open your wallet. But I need people. I want people to like come together, and people who are interested in doing that sort of a thing, and like talk about it and hang out and make some software.
Hi, Helen.
Have you heard of the GDC Game Jam?
Yeah, what's up?
No, I mean, it sounds like one of these hackathons, or there's a lot of different
you make a game in like 3 days or something.
Yeah, I've never done one of those things. I probably should. I just never justified it as being.
I just signed up. Oh, sorry.
Well, I have a buddy who did it with zero game building knowledge. Like, he doesn't have the technical information, but he positioned himself as a project manager and a design head. And he rallied up random strangers to work on a game, and yeah, he completed the game jam with just random people. And all he did was make sure that the project was complete and shared his ideas.
Well,
yeah, I mean, that's definitely what I'm feeling. I'd love to do something like that.
Yeah, you should look into it. They do it, I think, every year. And the top games that get like the most popularity end up getting published.
A friend of mine been making his own board games since he was a kid, and then he actually had a web browser game, which was a huge success. But what I want to say is that so we just played board game at his place, and he's made there's a new site where you can get a company. You can send in what you want them to make for you, and they make a full board game from whatever you want. You know, like the rules and everything. Yeah. So it's all about the idea today, really.
Make a board game? I don't play board games.
No. I mean, they made a web browser strategy game, which was really cool. We're talking about 95, 96. We're talking about here. They pay for their studies, basically. And they got funding for it and everything. That's something else you should consider, Holt, as well. Is if you have a good idea, to get some funding for it as well.
Yeah, I mean, I hate the idea of
basically pay for your salary, effectively.
But like once you start taking money for, it kind of sinks the ship.
Some of the funding is
you get paid without producing, and then you don't have to be profitable. I've seen so many startups take money and then they just tank because they're not profitable and they don't survive. So I think the whole idea of bootstrapping, like, a lot of people laugh about it like it's some sort of impossible thing, but I think bootstrapping is the only way to go. So you got to figure out how to make money, how to make the product and make money, and then without having money, like, you shouldn't need funding. If you have people who are dedicated enough, they should be able to work on it an hour here, an hour there.
Look, I mean, be a bit selfish about it. Get the funding, get paid for your salary, so you actually get money paid for coming up with the good ideas and building the community, whatever it is. I mean, I'm not sure how it works in the US, but in Denmark, there's lots of funding for that kind of stuff. Lots.
Yeah.
Without the necessary
for grants.
Yeah, it's like a grant, yeah, and that's without them necessarily taking a piece of the pie, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, like all grants want is like a progress report.
Yeah, but like I don't know. I mean, finding the right one and preparing. I've never actually like this little picture. I don't know if you guys can't see my screen because I'm not streaming on Discord unless you're watching the YouTube one. But this whole WebOS idea that I've had, like, this would be if I could name one thing that I kind of set out to accomplish, that I was trying to stick towards. That would be it. And I've thought about turning it into like a presentation, you know, some sort of pitch, you know, deck that I can take to venture capitalist or, yeah, I mean, like a grant. It seems like kind of the same kind of procedure of clearly document what I'm trying to do, and go convince people that it's worth doing. And while I've thought that could be exactly what I need, and frankly, it probably would have been like a good idea. I've been hesitant to go that route for a lot of reasons. I mean, one is just putting together the presentation would take a lot of time, and I've tried to do it before, but haven't had the time and kind of vision or focus to like lay it all out, because it's kind of a big thing. It's like there's a lot of different pieces to it. And if you read my article here, there's a lot of things that, like, if you knew a lot about web design and development, you'd read that and be like, wow, that's maybe true, but kind of a crazy thing to say, or at least, like, I don't know, I talk about merging all the software into one, you know, rebuilding all of the things that software developers do in one more streamlined platform is kind of the idea of the WebOS. And so it's kind of like doing a lot of work. That the thing that I probably didn't word this as clearly in here is that it wouldn't be that hard. You can just string together all of these existing platforms, but then at some point you need to rework them into one. Yeah, well, so back to the idea of presenting this idea to somebody else is it's like sort of reinventing the internet. It's not necessarily this kind of bite-sized, if I had a certain amount of time and a certain amount of money that I could necessarily pull it off. It would probably, the real way that this would work is that if it became a big ecosystem and that people jumped on board and were willing to contribute to it. And so, well, yeah, I mean, it's kind of the chicken or the egg. It's like, it's never going to happen unless maybe I make it, and that's sort of the mentality I had before. But I know enough about user interface design and software development now to kind of connect some dots and be like, there's so much time and money and effort wasted building software. Here's a perfect example that can, you know, make this point. Is if you go to this website called Capterra, I should do it now in case anyone watches this stream later.
Hold on, I'm trying to sign up. I made an account with that stuff, and I click the link, and then it goes to login or sign up. And how do I get to your section?
Well, you can just go back to Discord and click that link again.
I did,
Fine.
and then it still is on a sign up.
In order to follow me? Well, like if you could upvote that post, that would be cool. I'm not sure where the button is to do that.
I did click it, but thanks.
I don't know, maybe because it's a new account, they don't let you. It says it's had one upvote the entire time.
Sign up. I did that already. But sign up is okay. Now I'm inside indiehackers.com. I have my account. How do I then find your link?
Well, so you'd have to re-click the link from the Discord. Go back to Discord.
Yeah, then it goes back to sign up. That's
Seriously?
it treats me as if I'm not signed in. Then, if you know what I mean. I'm trying to copy the last.
Paste the link. The link is like indiehackers.com/post/
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do now. Yeah.
Who wants to sell me make? I don't know why that's not working. But what I was gonna say earlier is that if you do the search on Capterra is this like site that catalogs software essentially, and most of it's like web software. And the number of project management solutions, if you want project management software, there's 2,174 programs to choose from. These are all like either web-based or maybe desktop software. And it's nuts. Like a lot of them are good and a lot of them are not so good. But if you think about the number of people making their own project management software and kind of figuring out what database to use and how to write the code and what it looks like, the bare basics of any of these programs is very complex, but largely similar challenges. And one of them might create a feature that the other ones don't have, and so it's this fragmentation of features. The only way to do it is, well, what you'll inevitably see is that, you know, the big ones might gobble up the small ones, or at least integrate the features. Like the good features will kind of congregate in the best software naturally, because they're going to get bigger and better and whatnot. And as they kind of condense, as you know,
Nice.
2,000
Yeah.
become 1,000, become 100, and you know, keep narrowing down. You basically have one program, or you might have a big, you know, three good ones, but at the end, you want people to be able to create a plugin for project management and not have to choose, am I going to make my plugin for, you know, which one of these top 10 project management tools? You'd want to be able to write one plugin for project management, like data, to be able to skim your contacts or tasks or timelines or whatever the data about that project is. You're going to want to be able to do that kind of universally. You know, universal plugin is kind of like the way that you could describe the convergence of all these software platforms. And that's what the WebOS is for, is like to provide a better ecosystem for creating better web applications. It's a no-brainer if you talk to enough engineers and whatnot, but I seem to have a really hard time. It's like I've been silenced by the system. I don't know. I would think that this is like offering on a silver platter the future of web tech. And I'm trying to show that I know enough about it to be useful in this discussion. And I really need to find the best designers and developers who can validate this idea and be like, okay, fine, he knows what he's talking about. And then we can build a better Reddit. We can build a better... Discord is $1 billion company, at least. I don't know if it's... Now they're calling them decacorns when they get to $10 billion. I mean, you guys, think about how much money $10 billion is. It's
Too much to spend
absolutely
in a lifetime.
insane. It's
Too much to
absolutely
spend in
insane.
a lifetime.
And Discord, you know, lacks so many features. It's like, I mean, the content is, you know, you can't really create documents so easily. You know, the polls and the I mean, it's not bad. The threads, bam, the threads are one of the most painful. If you guys have seen me creating threads on Discord in the past, it's because they're worthwhile and they're like the best way to organize information, but they don't work so well on Discord. At least they don't look so nice, and they're not as easy to create. So you can't drag comments around to kind of reorganize into folders. Organizing software is a common thing amongst all applications. Need to have some sort of either tabs or panels or folders or categories, and probably something like all of these things so that you can organize your stuff properly. Yeah, that's a whole other conversation for a different time.
Yeah, let me rest my ears now. I can't upload it yet. I'm trying to. I'll do it as soon as I can, okay?
Can't upvote it. What the hell, man?
No, it's because I just made the account, it says.
Oh,
I
how
found
long
it.
does it take to does it tell you?
Let me see what it says. You can't, it doesn't say when, it just says you can't upload posts yet. If you, wait a second. Unlock special privileges. If you can't upgrade, you will have lifetime access. Is this just a question of time? Do you need to then get a paid account to upload? What is this about?
No, it might just be you have to be a member for a certain number of days. Or, I don't know. Hard to say. But it's all right. I'll just keep posting like every few days or whatever, and I'm gonna try and get something going on YouTube so I can have like video. I was looking at hiring a video editor, somebody who can help me kind of put audio and video together in a nice way. I mean, there's some guys on Fiverr who are super good at this shit.
You need a plan.
What's that?
You need you need a plan. You need a business plan. Yeah, I would say. I mean, you
Well,
need to.
I mean,
yeah.
to
Because,
create
I mean,
a
what
community.
huh?
to create a community is
Yeah,
sort
but-
of like I've never done it before, and there's a lot of different tools and platforms and social networks, and you know, do you create video or images, and I mean, there's a million variables. And I've been scheming for years. I just haven't really got around to it, and mainly because I've taken little stabs at it, like I am now, where I throw some shit up and see if it sticks, and it never does. And then partly it's because I've never like I gotta polish it up and like have every little I dotted and T crossed and have it look really good and send my message home like so that people don't get kind of like lose confidence after they listen to me ramble about random shit. But I mean, I don't really want to do that. Like that, I've sort of shied away from trying to be all hypey and be all like markety and sell people on it, which I think at some point is necessary and okay. But at the end of the day, I just want people to like who are interested in starting something and making a lot of money in real life, making money online, doing something or another.
You need the concept to sell itself so that you don't have to be hypey. I think that's the best way to go about that.
Yes,
I mean-
but
It
then,
needs to
like,
be so incredibly fleshed out that I can read it in like 5 sentences and know exactly what it is you're going to be producing.
Yeah, I mean, well, if I had something to sell like right away, then I mean, or some actionable outcome. I mean, I sort of like right now. I'm just looking for upvotes and followers who are somebody on indie hackers who might stumble across this and be like, that's maybe interesting. I don't know if that's right or wrong or whatever, but at least interesting. I will give this guy an upvote or follow. And so far, it's like, nope.
when did you post it on?
About an hour or two ago.
Come on. It's very. I mean, give it some time.
Yeah, I know. So I need to create a community. I just don't know what kind of. It's like if you just start posting on social networks, it fails. Like nobody. There's so many people just posting about their shit, self-promoting, whatever. I got a good idea, you know. It's more like. I mean, that's where the live stream and like getting my face on the friggin' videos, I think, important, so people can get familiar with me and maybe trust me that I'm not just blowing steam, that I actually know what I'm talking about. And then,
Yeah, sadly, good ideas can be shared in a public sphere and willingly accepted when people have a credible voice. So it's about building the voice before you can build an idea.
yeah, that's been my problem, is I don't have the following at all.
So I wonder then, like, what's your niche that can allow you to build a voice and to establish that credibility prior to establishing the credibility around an idea?
I mean, the best way I can like win that whole like how do I get people to listen to me is kind of being hypey to say I'm gonna make the next Google, because like that's really what I am trying to do in the end, like not necessarily at the beginning obviously, but to catch people's attention,
No
to
one's
be
gonna
like,
listen to that person. No one's gonna listen to
well,
that person.
I don't know, man. I mean,
Well,
if somebody came
gotta
along and
listen
were
to
like,
that
hey,
person.
I'm trying to do this, and if you want to help me, like, take a listen to what I have to say, I'd give them a listen. Like, I'm not a dummy, right? Like, if I were interested
There's
in making something successful.
I mean, sadly, you're approaching this with a sense of generosity that isn't culturally shared.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
We live in a world where intellectual capital is going to be the method by which you establish a sense of credibility that then allows you to perpetuate the success of that capital. Right? No one's gonna read my article that I've published, because nobody knows who the hell I am. And they might read it, and it might not be a lot of people, and it might not be that important. But after the 4th, 5th, or 6th article, then yeah, maybe people are gonna start being like, hey, this guy knows what he's talking about the subject matter.
yeah. Yeah, I guess that's what I need to do, is I just need to keep at it and tough out this whole zero 0 followers, 0 up votes. Like, I think when if people, well, I'm talking to you guys who are Albion players and maybe just get tired of talking about these things. I need to find like designers and developers, and I thought Indie Hackers was the place to do it, but I don't know, maybe it's just not active enough. I've tried spamming
Yeah,
people on
only
Twitter,
thing-
but
Have you tried like developer discords? Like this is already a platform that you're familiar with, and that you know has the capacity to build community, and has a type of audience that is willing to listen to new people. I mean, like
This is
shit,
true.
my little sister's a kind of a good example for these sort of oddball moments, where she's part of a Southern Californian plant community, and she likes plants, and she has no background in botany or anything along those lines, but she has a huge appreciation for studying plants and for learning about different types of plants and collecting them and learning how to care for them. And then she joined a plant community on Discord and went on Facebook, and now she's becoming like she's a moderator for one of the Discords. She always finds people to trade plants with. She sells plants really easily. It only took her about 4 or 5 months.
she's a plant trader.
Yeah, they trade plants.
That's great. Does she make money? Like,
I mean,
she's got to scale, man. Needs a web
yeah, we bought her a
marketplace.
greenhouse.
She on
Yeah, she's
Facebook
going to a
marketplace?
Yeah, well, she does Facebook Marketplace. She's going to a pop-up in order to sell some plants. I've literally watched her sell a fucking leaf for $300. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
That's
Right? And
crazy.
it's like all of that was possible because of the fact that she was able to sort of network in these ways and build that sort of reputation in like the Southern Californian plant community. All of which started because of Discord.
Yeah, that's cool. I've joined a bunch of there's like a game dev Discord. I think it was actually a Patreon I subscribed to that had like Discord access, because I was thinking about doing something like that. You know, I need to. Well, I've been hoping that I could like teach people something and create a community and maybe have a Patreon to work on it. And so I thought I thought about making a course or something that's a little bit more tangible, where I have something to sell, where I can post a link to it and there's a price tag on it, and people either buy it
Yeah,
or
like
they
Udemy.
don't. Yeah. I say Udemy, but yeah, Udemy.
I don't know.
I've been on that site, years ago, and like I've thought about making courses for pretty much anything and everything. I thought about I should probably just create a YouTube channel and teach the stuff for free, and then maybe have a premium course and use my free YouTube channel to kind of promote it. The problem is that I don't want to say I haven't had enough time, but it's a combination of knowing that I don't have a lot of time because I'm kind of occupied and interrupted all day long by having to drive my kids
you're
around.
dead. It's hard.
Yeah. And so that's sort of part of it. But then there's I have a hard time staying focused. I actually work the best when I can throw back like a energy shot of 200 milligrams of caffeine, and then like today I ate a bunch of cannabis edibles. If I don't have my cocktail of brain stimulating substances, I've burned out so much that I have to like juice myself. It's like my siphoned energy. I have to get amped up to work on these things. So that's another thing. And then my focus is very kind of dependent on being in the zone and not always in the zone. So those are partially reasons why I haven't made anything yet. But yeah, forget where I was going with that. Bad short-term memory.
Yeah. Substack is also a good place.
But hold
Yeah,
on,
I've seen that one.
I think you need to make it tangible. You need to have a plan, I think. And here's my thing. I mean, maybe what you could bring to the table is that you can tie everything together and you can connect people with other good ideas to funders and all that kind of stuff. Maybe making a platform for that is the way to go, right? I mean, because
Yeah, I want to
might
build a
just-
community. I want to reach out to, like, you know, even kids of all ages that are like me 20 years ago without any sense of direction in life, and be like, all right, here's what I've learned. Do this, don't do this. Come help me make best web framework in the world. Don't need to, college is bullshit. It costs way too much and you won't get anything out of it. I want to make the best, I didn't put this one on here, but I want to make the best university in the world. And it's really just a small tweak of YouTube and Wikipedia to organize content in order to teach people whatever they want to learn as quickly as possible. So if it's like history of something or a technology about something, there are great videos out there, but it's not easy to find one that'll take you from like zero to hero in a systematic process that's not in the... I mean, there's plenty of courses, even free web courses that are out there, but they're all just kind of this like, all right, this is going to take the next 6 months. You're going to need to spend 20 hours a week. You know, it's just a massive marathon. So we need something in between, like little mini documentaries and full-fledged web courses. But that involves like remixing YouTube content and allowing professors and other experts to more easily create content. That's something I'd really like to do, is like help people avoid college and create, you know, I feel like there should, like YouTube should be, YouTube should have replaced the need for university by now, if it was just organized a little bit better. But it's not, so it doesn't. But like, I don't know, that would be, well, but back to the whole thing about building the community. It's like people of all ages, really. Like, if you're trying to, it's not just about software, it's about making money and becoming financially independent. So you don't have to, I mean, there's a lot of insanely successcal people. The last podcast, this Indie Hackers guy has a podcast where he's interviewing this venture capitalist, I guess, who's just talking about how he's got so much money that like he's trying to pick which companies are the best to invest in. And it just makes me roll my eyes. It's like, man, if I had some money, I would be fucking making so many startups and apps that just like knock the socks off of. I mean, there's so many unicorns out there that are just making some web platform that they do something a little bit differently or better or whatever. Half of them aren't even profitable. They just have hype, and so they, I don't know, it's weird. But like startups and tech and Web3 and crypto, and having discussions about all these things is definitely up my alley. I think it shouldn't be hard to organize people. The only problem is like the content, it's like you have to, it's got to be good, it's got to be focused, it's got to be like worth the listen. And I'm already streaming now for an hour and a half. Nope, it just updated, hour and 52 minutes. And so if anyone actually clicks through the stream, it's like, I think there's enough stuff in the stream to kind of hook people through, but like who's got 2 hours to listen to this thing? Probably nobody. And then how do I recycle the content? And, you know, I can't go live and produce all the content every time. I want to like upload videos like a normal YouTube channel, I think. But I got to get like graphics and get the workflow down where I can record like a little 10-minute video that explains some concept. And I've been meaning to do this forever, but like, I don't know, man. Just part of the problem is if it's going to take me 5 to 20 hours to make a video and I get 0 views out of it, which I've done before, you know, it just makes you want to stop. And you have to like, you just have to fight through this despair for years and years. YouTube's a long game, and so I always think like, well, fuck, I need to make money. I have all this student loan debt coming due, and I need to make money quick. And so I get kind of like panicky about it and be like, well, fuck, I need to sell something. I need to make a course. I need to, you know. So I just change topic like daily. But I do think, you know, coming back to like staying focused and picking something and making it good, I think the best thing for me is to do a community that might be a combination of YouTube and Discord. Like if I can get people, you know, they say 1,000 good followers is way better than 1 million like half-assed followers. And so if I can get 1,000 people who will show up and talk about like making something, and then we actually start like getting some energy and be like, oh fuck, dude, we could do this. I think it would take off. I think that's what I'm trying to do here. It's just nobody's jumping on my bandwagon.
They should try Discord then. That seems like probably the best platform for that.
Yeah, I mean, where do you find developer discords? I don't
I don't know. Check Reddit. Reddit should help.
All right, 43 views. I don't know if anyone's actually hopped over. 3 likes, so at least 3 people, I guess. Oh, and there's an analytics tab. Oh man, I had three viewers for at least like a minute. Fuck yeah. Average view duration 18 minutes. That's not bad. This says view
Makes a
6. Okay. All right, I'll end this thing. Thanks for watching.